Okay, hi everyone. So today I'm going to do a sort of talk through, get ready with me kind of tutorial thing. So basically, I just figured it's hopefully going to be quiet enough today that I can do a talk through tutorial with you, as well as just kind of, you know, talk to you about life and things that are going on, things I've seen happen. Yeah, so let's just jump right in, shall we? But I love to prime my eyes with the MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot. I always love to use my Visanti Large Eyeshadow No. 2 brush for this. It just makes putting it on so much easier for me, and especially since it's a flat brush. I like to apply this all over the lid as well as bring it up into my crease, and then take the excess and just kind of go right under my brow bone, because I feel like it just makes everything really stick down, and it just kind of makes it easier to have an all over color instead of just putting it on the lid. So I assume that everybody does that. I don't really know. Anyways, I feel like nobody really shows putting on primer anymore, and not that that's a bad thing. I don't know. For right now, I think I know at least for me, it's always been very helpful to see what people use for primer, especially when you're trying to find a good one, as well as see how they apply it. And to me, that just makes it all a little bit easier. And to set that primer, I love to use Vanilla Bean from Makeup Cosmetics. It's just this really beautiful nude shade. And I heard Jay Kissa, I believe it was, yeah, Jay Kissa talking about this and how it's her favorite. And so I literally picked it up after that, and I love to use it. And I just use a Morphe M518 to set that. I'm just going to take that and apply it everywhere that we put down that primer. And I use a very generous amount, mainly because it blends in so well with this that I can't tell if I've even put it down there at times. I just kind of have to trust my instincts. So that's mainly why I put so dang much on. But anyways. I'm going to take Tuscan Sun from Makeup Geek Cosmetics, and this is just a really pretty kind of light pinky mauve peach shade. I'm just going to take this and I'm going to apply it all over my crease. It's just kind of a light transition shade, and I am just using this Forever 21 Unicorn brush that came in a set from there, and I bought them because I just thought that they were so cute. And I've never tried Forever 21's makeup or makeup brushes. My best friend Laurel used to use them all the time. I don't remember if she said she liked them or not, but so I thought I'd give it a shot. So far I actually really like them. They're really soft, and I haven't had any problems with any of the bristles falling out or anything like that, so I really do like it so far. I've only had them for a couple of weeks, which I guess is probably a long time, but you know. I take the shade Flame from Morphe, and I'm going to apply that right in my crease as well. I'm gonna go ahead and use that same brush that I just used. I am dropping everything today, guys. This is ridiculous. I should not be dropping crap this much. This is the main reason that I don't do talk through videos. Besides living in the city and hearing cars roar past all the time, especially fire trucks and police cars and everything going by. It's just insane. You hear it all the time, as well as people shouting and blasting music. It's just really obnoxious, but that's what you get with living in the city. As well as, I also don't really do talk through videos very much because I do really ramble a lot, or if I'm not rambling, I'm literally just sitting there quietly because I just forget to talk, or I'm like, I don't really know what to talk about anymore, so I just stop talking and don't really realize that I'm doing it, or I guess I just get focused, and so I'm just kind of not paying attention. I don't know. I'm just gonna give you guys a warning now. This video is probably going to be extraordinarily long, and I'm really sorry for that, mainly because I'm rambling. Next, I'm going to jump into the Colourpop Yes Please palette, and I love so very much. And if I am reading this correctly, I assume that, you know, since it's, so let's say full zip is right here. When I open it and turn it, that's full zip. So that's how I'm reading it, just in case you need to know. I'm going to be taking the shade Champs, applying that in my crease as well. And again, go ahead and using the same brush. And I know that some people may be like, why? How dare you? But I mean, it's all going the same place. It's all the same colors I've used before. I don't really see why they can't use it. If that makes sense at all. I mean, it seems kind of dumb not to just dirty so many different brushes when you're putting it all in the same place and it's already going to be blending into the colors you used previously. And it's always worked just fine for me, so I don't really see the whole big like issue about it. But that's just me. Going to be jumping into the color Butter Cake. Really? Butter Cake. Alright. It's this darker red color, which I didn't think that would be called Butter Cake, but you know, to each his own. I like it. I really like this color. It's kind of a darker red-orange shade, and it's really pretty. I am in love with this palette. I just got it recently, so I've only played with it a few times, but so far I've really, really loved it. I wasn't able to get my hands on it at first, so that is why this is the first time I'm showing it. But when it came in for a restock, I decided that I would go ahead and get it. That's just like the whole thing with the whole Jaclyn Hill palette, that I couldn't get it until literally I finally was able to get it in the third restock, which it is actually supposed to be coming in today. And normally, since I live in an apartment building, they send it to the office. But the offices are closed on the weekends, and so when they deliver packages, they're literally just left out by the mailboxes. And so I've been literally running down there every hour like, is it here? Is it here? Because I'm like so worried that like, what if somebody takes it? I would die inside. I'm going to be taking a Morphe E18 brush, and I'm going to be jumping into the shade French Kiss. And I'm just getting that really lightly on my brush and going to apply it right on the outer edges of my crease shade, and I'm just going to try and blend that out a little bit, as well as give it just a soft yellow orangey tone to it as well. I'm just going to take my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and I'm just going to use this. It's a Real Techniques brush, and I'm just going to use that to cut the crease. To use a Little Lottie London eyeshadow brush. I don't know the specific one. I will try to throw it up on the screen right here if I can find out what it is. I'll be taking the eyeshadow from Anastasia Beverly Hills in Enchanted. I'm going to apply that on most of my lid. Then I'm going to take the shade White Lies by Makeup Geek Cosmetics, and I'm going to be taking a Royal and Langnickel crease and smudge brush, and I'm going to be taking the flat end side, and then I'm going to apply it on the inner third of my eye and bring it into that purple. I'm going to be taking the shade Whimsical, that's also from Makeup Geek Cosmetics, and just using the other side of this brush. Then I'm going to be taking the Colourpop single eyeshadow in 17E2. I don't know, that's what's on the back of it. Or, no. 143? I don't know. I'm just going to throw it up here so you guys can see it. Take that on my Luxie 231 small tapered blending brush. And I'm just going to lightly take some of that, put it right on the outer third just to try and blend out that corner a little bit and blend it in. Carry the excess over in the entire crease just to make that uniformity stick. And then I'm going to just really quickly do the other eye off camera just so we can save a little bit of time here. Alright guys, so I went ahead and put on some false lashes, did my brows, and put on some eyeliner. and ready to go. Real quick, I'm gonna show you what I used. So as always, I used the Benefit Kabrow in the shade 4. I absolutely love this brow gel. It's absolutely amazing. Not to mention, I don't know if you know, but the top is a brush. Use the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner in the shade Trooper to do the winged eyeliner. I went and bought some Crave lashes. I don't know if you've heard of this brand, but if you haven't, it is absolutely amazing. Their lashes are all handmade. They're incredibly stunning. So they are manufactured in Indonesia and designed in the US. The lashes I applied was Chocolate Souffle, and I'm absolutely in love with these. If you haven't tried them, you should check them out on Instagram or on their website. I believe these were around $8, $9, so they're fairly cheap and incredibly beautiful. They hold up really well. I like how the lash band is also a little bit thicker, so it just makes everything so much easier. First, I'm going in with the Smashbox Photo Finish Hydrating Under Eye Primer as usual. I like to just take about this much on my ring fingers. I just kind of tap them together, just evenly spread it out, and then pat under my eyes. I try really hard not to rub because I know that you're not supposed to rub under your eyes. I try my hardest, and then I just slightly bring that down onto the very tops of my cheekbones. Disclaimer, I cut my eye. I don't know if you can see it, but right there, I had accidentally cut my eye with my fingernail. I went to scratch my eye, and I just accidentally just cut it. And so I apologize in advance if my concealer looks a little wonky because the cut's there. Just going back in with my Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Fair Beige, which again, I feel is a little bit too light for me, but it's fine. I'm probably gonna buy the shade Light, which I believe is the next shade up soon. Just haven't gotten the chance to do that. And so I like to apply mine just right under the eyes where I need it, and a little bit in the tear duct because my eyes are so freaking dark. My dark circles are real. It's bad. And so I have to kind of put some in that inner corner just to try and get that away. Gotta be careful not to mess up that wing. And I like to blend mine out and bring it around to my temple, just because that's what I like to do. And then the excess I just blend into the side and top of my nose. Try to blend it down my cheek, but also not too far because I don't want to make my entire face look like a ghost. So I like to work in small sections because I've noticed that this concealer likes to dry incredibly fast. And so if I just apply everything all at once, you know, by the time I get to the last portion of it, it is practically already dry and it's just a little hard to blend out. And my eyeliner, I will admit, is not exactly equal. One wing is very sort of different from the other one. I apologize for that. I am still learning. Winged eyeliner has never been my forte, and I really do try, but it's just not, it just doesn't like me. Let's just put it that way. I forgot to do this step. I'm an idiot. I forget to do this all the time. I'm so sorry, guys. So I got this. It's Borean. It's a Korean skin therapy called Glow Cream, and it's a cream. It's an illuminating face cream. And I don't really think it is supposed to be a primer, but I have used it as a primer and I actually do like it. It does actually keep my makeup on pretty well. And I just kind of like to use it because it helps give an overall glow. I don't know if you can see it, but it kind of has like a pink iridescent duochrome to it. It's really beautiful. I'm just looking at my viewfinder just to be sure I get it. And I know that I'm supposed to put this on before I do my concealer. I am just an idiot and I forget to do things. It's also fragranced, I believe. I don't know what smell that is. It's very fresh and clean. I really do like it. So it is scented, so if you don't like scented skin products or makeup or anything like that, then I wouldn't recommend this for you, but I do really like it. I'm going to take a little bit on my nose, around the sides, a little bit on my chin because my chin is very, very red. And then very lightly, I'm going to put some in the center of my forehead. And that's a completed look. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm just kidding. That would look terrible. I can't do that. For the longest time, I couldn't even put concealer on my nose or my forehead or anything like that, or even under my eyes, because my skin was so dry that when I put it on there, it literally just looked like I had gotten sunburn and my skin was peeling, and it just looked awful. Really, really bad. But ever since I started this new skincare regimen, it's not really a lot. It's just like a face wash and a moisturizer and toner. From Lush, my skin has been so much better, like so much better, and it's just made applying makeup so much easier in my life, and I'm really, really thankful for that. And if you would like to see, it would be pretty short, at least, unless I'm rambling too much like I am right now. It would be fairly simple, and it's only 3 products to talk about, but either way, if you would like me to do a video over my skincare regimen and just kind of talk to you a little bit about those products, then let me know and I will make that happen for you guys. Next, I'm taking the Kat Von D Lock-It Setting Powder, and I'm just going to put that everywhere that I had put concealer, just to make sure that it all stays. And I like to use a Real Techniques sponge to set that all down. I also do not bake any part of my face at all, just because I don't think baking is really, I never got it. I really didn't. I get the point of it and I get why people do it, so if you do it, then keep doing you. Do what you want. I really don't care. But I personally do not do it just because I don't bite my head off. I think it's kind of pointless because I feel like setting powder is to set your concealer and foundation, and no matter how long you leave it on there, it's gonna set it and it's gonna stay on if you have a good setting powder. But that's just my opinion. And then I just take my Real Techniques setting brush and just wipe the excess away. I do put a little bit more under my eyes because that always needs the most setting, especially because my eyes like to crease wherever I put, or my concealer likes to crease where I put it, so I just like to put that on there. On to the lower eyes. So I'm going to be picking up that same Colourpop Cosmetics shade that we used before. I believe the 143 is the color. I'm just going to be taking a Morphe E36 pencil brush, and I really love this pencil brush. It's so soft. It's just a great size. Really great for under eye work or even just the inner corner. But I'm going to lightly dust that all over my entire, or right under my entire eye. Sorry, I know I'm looking down a lot. Just to intensify that a very, very tiny bit, I'm taking the shade Sassy from Morphe, and I'm just going to very lightly apply that mainly in the inner part towards the center of the bottom line, just to darken up the outer edges. Again, I'm just going to be picking up Enchanted, which is that same shade that we use on the lid, and very lightly going to apply that on the outer third, just to deepen it up a tiny bit and bring it in and tie it in with the entire look. The inner corner, I'm going to be using my Milk Makeup Holographic Highlighting Powder in the shade Supernova. which I'm going to be using as my all over face highlighter as well. I'm taking a Scone Cosmetics Smudger pencil brush. This is a very, very tiny detailed brush. I don't know if you can tell how small it is, but I absolutely love it, especially for the inner corner because it really does just get right in there. And I'm just doing this very lightly. I'm just gonna do a light bronzing, contouring, whatever you would like to say, with my trusted NYX Taupe blush, as usual. And if you can't tell, I've already hit pan on this thing because I use it so flipping much. It's ridiculous. So I always use a Morphe E48 brush. I really like it because it does get right in there and really helps blend it all out. Oh, maybe that was a little too much. Whoopsies. See, that is the trouble with this, especially with my skin tone and the fact that I don't wear foundation, is that I can very easily overdo it, but it's okay. Work it out. And then I like to take the access and just right under my jawline at my chin. And so the way that I do it is I find right where my ear ends and then go in. Because I used to do it really far down, like down here, which then I found out that you are not supposed to do it that far down because then it just looks bad. So. And maybe I'm completely wrong and I'm doing it too high up this whole time and I just didn't know. So if I am, please tell me because I would rather know and feel stupid for a little bit and then get better. Then I'm going to take my Butter Blush by Physicians Formula in the shade Plum Rose. I usually use my Morphe E3 brush because I really like this for blush. However, today I'm going to be using the Morphe E4. I really just tap it in there a very few times. Don't even get that much on the brush if you can tell. And I like this because it just makes it easier to control where I put it. This is really good if I need a light flash of color, but not something too heavy that I know is going to make me look pink and red and whatnot, because I've already got a very pink undertone face because I'm so flipping fair. And last but not least, for highlighter, I'm using that Milk Makeup highlighter and using Colourpop's new, I think it's small, say it's like small shadow brush or something like that. But I will, again, put it right down here once I figure it out because I don't remember. This highlighter, let me tell you, is absolutely freaking amazing. Just watch as I put it on, you'll understand. Wait, do you see that? Oh my god! Not to mention it's purple. And we all know that purple is my favorite color. I like to put mine on the sides of my cheeks as well as lightly bring it up right here. I'm going to take the access on my brush. I'm not dipping into it anymore. I'm putting on the bridge of my nose very lightly. Cupid's bow. And then dipping into it literally one time. Tapping off the excess. I'm just going to strobe the forehead. Completely forgot to put on my liner. I'm really sorry about that. I know I do this at least with one product every single time my video. It's ridiculous. I'm using the LA Girl gel liner in the shade Brown. I'm just going to use that on my waterline. So let's see if I can do this. I'm going to move on to lips. I am going to be taking the Sephora lip liner in the shade Midday Rose. I'm going to be taking the Kat Von D Everlasting Liquid Lipstick in the shade Lovely. really quickly, I forgot to mention this, I use the Estee Lauder Sumptuous Extreme Lash Multiplying Volume Mascara to put right under my lashes and the lower lash line, and I forgot to talk about it. And really quickly, while I'm talking about it, I'm gonna go ahead and just touch up those lower lashes real quick because I know they got a little dirty. And we are putting on the concealer as well as the eyeshadow underneath. Finish off the look, I'm using the Pixie Skin Treats Glow Mist, and you gotta always shake that up because it does like to separate. This is really nice because it has argan oil in it, which is really good for the skin. So I am a setting spray whore, and so I like to spray this like all over my face. So, beware. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you can get a notification every time that I upload, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.